staying safe, staying dry, being prepared. When you're prepared, it's great because when you ride a motorcycle, you have to take your rain jacket with you. If it's too windy, you can't ride. In the wintertime, you know, a light jacket, a heavy jacket, what do you need? Is it going to snow? Do I need to plan ahead? When they tell me it's going to be a certain temperature, it's within a couple degrees of that temperature. If they tell me it's going to rain that day, it's going to rain that day. When Kevin Lighty tells you what the weather's going to be, that's what the weather's going to be.
Your KSPR Storm Vision Weather Team has winter weather covered. Kevin Lighty, Craig Carnesi, Natalie Nunn. Accurate, straightforward, tracking winter weather around the clock.
Find out when the storm will hit with our advanced Storm Vision technology.
Your KSPR Storm Vision Weather Team, covering our community with more weather more often.
And good evening to you out there on what looks to be a rainy Saturday night. There are going to be some slick spots out there. On our hood of our vehicle, this is pure ice. And now, still a little bit of rain falling, but it feels a lot better. The road conditions along the interstate are not in the best of conditions. This is the line of storms we've been talking about. It's going to be moving. This is a huge red flag telling us a tornado may form at any time. And it wasn't long before a funnel cloud started to form right in front of me. At this point, I knew I needed to get ahead of the storm and try to stay out of the baseball-sized hail that this storm may produce. Well, looks like a little bit too late. But as I was trying to escape from the hail, all of a sudden, right behind me, the tornado finally formed. Incredible to watch, but I had to get out of the path since it was heading straight for me. Once I made it to a safe location, I just sat and watched. Spectacular. Out in an open field, no buildings, no people, no animals, just Mother Nature at work. Here immediately. Let's take you right down into where we think that tornado is on the ground here right now. And boy, I tell you what, Stark City, Newtonia, Stark City, right there. This is exactly where we have a tornado on the ground. You can see it right through here. You got that inflow notch. Winds wrapping around it, and right through here we have a tornado that is doing damage. It has done damage to houses. We have injuries being reported with it, so you need to take shelter here. Newtonia, Stark City, this thing is seconds away from hitting you, so do your safety plans. Do what you need to do here to get.
Now, KSPR weather.
Well, good evening to you tonight. Not a bad weekend overall. Most locations did stay dry. We've been dealing with this fog for several days in a row here. It's still a lot of moisture in the lower levels of the atmosphere that we're still kicking up some of that fog, but nothing as far as any precipitation showing up on the Storm Vision HD Doppler radar. But again, dense fog advisory is in effect. We got a little sliver down here to the south and east, not under the advisory. We didn't really have a whole lot this morning, so we're thinking the same thing should occur tonight. But areas to the north and west here, still definitely picking up on some of that fog across the area. We are sitting at 39 degrees right now. It is 37 over around Joplin, 35 in Rolla. And everybody should actually wake up tomorrow to readings pretty close to this, maybe 2 or 3 degrees cooler than that. But for the most part, the temperatures are not going to be moving a whole lot, and here's why. Quite a bit of cloud cover moving in here across the area. Those clouds will stick around through at least the first part of the day tomorrow, but I think they will begin to dissipate a bit, and we'll see that sunshine returning, and that's going to really help to boost our temperatures back up, I think, into the 50s, even though some areas of the Ozarks today, down around West Plains, actually already hit the mid-50s. But I think most of us will get in on that activity tomorrow. The winds, 5-10 miles an hour, and in order to get fog to form, you need calm winds, usually on the order of 2 to maybe 5 miles an hour. So as long as the winds can stay up like this, and that kind of helps mix the atmosphere up a little bit more, and lessens our chances of getting some really widespread dense fog going. So let's hope that those winds can stick around with us. But man, look at all the cloud cover here that heads all the way down across portions of Wichita, down to Dodge City, Hastings, Des Moines, pretty big bank of clouds that are still going to be down to our south and west. Now, all of this is kind of hanging here with a little frontal boundary to our north and west that's going to move in and stall out over the next couple of days, keeping at least the clouds around, so we're not going to see full sunshine. The clouds will stay around with us, and as we start to pick up on some more moisture, some rain by the midweek time frame. But nothing for tomorrow. 48 by noontime, and I think we do top back out around 55 degrees for a high. Here's that stationary front I was talking about. It's just going to kind of meander here across the state over the next couple of days, and then we're going to get an area of low pressure to come up and help pull in some more moisture by Tuesday night into Wednesday, and that's when I think I can see our first chance of maybe picking up on a little bit of rain across the area. But for tonight and into the day tomorrow, we shouldn't be dealing with any problems at all. But again, Tuesday, you're going to see the futurecast starting to pick up on some of that precipitation. So we'll be dealing with some rain showers. I can't rule out maybe a rumble of thunder with this as well, but I think actually we have a better chance of some storms next weekend. Here's a look at temperatures tomorrow. Looking pretty nice, very mild. Again, running 10-15 degrees above the average, which is around the low 40s. We'll see these 50s also returning into the day on Tuesday. So here's a look at your forecast for some of your areas. I'm going to do some city forecast here in Aurora. 55 degrees over towards Ozark. Also 55 for the day tomorrow. Up around Battlefield at 54 and partly cloudy skies. And also 54 over around Mount Vernon. So your forecast tonight, 36, mostly cloudy, areas of fog. 55 tomorrow, partly sunny. 7-day forecast, keeping things mild but active. Next weekend, a very strong storm system is going to move in, and that's one we're going to keep a close eye on for maybe some thunderstorms. So we'll watch out for that.
All right, thanks, Kevin.
Okay.
Well, you remember the Hampton family.